In a rare moment of candid reflection, Kim Kardashian has opened up about one of the most controversial moments from her early fame era, her 2010 Elle magazine photoshoot with then-teen pop star Justin Bieber. Looking back 15 years later, Kim admits the shoot was not the most appropriate thing, calling it odd, and acknowledging that it would never be considered acceptable today. The now infamous photoshoot, styled as a playful beach romance, featured a 29-year-old Kim posing with a 16-year-old Justin Bieber. The concept of the shoot was inspired by the classic 1967 film The Graduate, a story centered on an older woman seducing a younger man, a choice that feels especially controversial in hindsight. Kim has since said that while the shoot was lighthearted at the time, the idea of an adult woman posing suggestively with a teenage boy makes her uncomfortable now. During her appearance on the Call Her Daddy podcast, Kim admitted that the shoot is one of the few things from her career she looks back on and cringes at. That one was probably not the most appropriate thing to do, she said. I look back and think, how did anyone think that was normal? She explained that the shoot was approved and produced by a professional magazine team, and that everything seemed fine on the day. Justin's parents were there, Selena Gomez was there, and it was completely supervised, Kim recalled. There was nothing weird happening. But when you look back and realize the age difference and the story we were playing out, it's definitely strange. At the time, both Kim and Justin were major pop culture figures. Justin was a teenage heartthrob fresh off the success of Baby, while Kim was rapidly becoming one of the most photographed women in the world thanks to Keeping Up with the Kardashians. The concept of pairing them together for a steamy photoshoot was likely intended to capture attention, and it did. Photos from the shoot showed them laughing, playing on the beach, and striking romantic poses, with one image showing Bieber leaning in to kiss Kim's cheek. Public reaction at the time was mostly amused rather than outraged. Bieber himself joked about having a crush on Kim, calling her his girlfriend in tweets, and the playful chemistry was treated as harmless fun. However, the optics of the situation, an adult woman engaging in flirtatious poses with a minor, would be viewed very differently today. Kim admitted that, by modern standards, the shoot's tone and concept would not be approved. Today, people are more aware about boundaries, consent, and how images like that can send the wrong message, she said. Back then, it was seen as funny or cute. But when I think about it now, it's kind of crazy. She emphasized that her regret doesn't stem from anything improper happening during the shoot, but from how normalized it was at the time. Nothing bad happened, but I still feel weird about it. I'm a mom now, and when I picture my son or daughter in that kind of setup, it's just not something I'd be comfortable with. Kim's reflection also highlights how much societal standards have evolved since 2010. In the early 2000s and 2010s, pop culture often blurred the lines between youth and adult sexuality, with magazines and music videos frequently featuring suggestive imagery involving teenagers. Today, those same creative choices are being re-examined through a more critical lens. She acknowledged this shift, saying, I think people back then didn't think deeply about age gaps or power dynamics the way we do now. It wasn't meant to be inappropriate, but the concept just doesn't hold up anymore. Kim even joked that it's the kind of thing she probably should have been cancelled for, noting that she's learned from how the entertainment industry has changed. I've grown a lot since then. I'm more aware of how things come across and how they affect people. When asked how the shoot came about, Kim said the Elle team had reached out with a creative idea that was meant to play off Bieber's teen idol image. The shoot's stylistic inspiration from The Graduate was considered clever at the time, a playful, older woman, younger man fantasy, but no one involved seemed to question the appropriateness of applying that concept to a real teenager. Kim said that at the time, she didn't think twice about it. I was just excited to be doing something high fashion and fun. I thought it was harmless, she recalled. But now I think, wow, that really wasn't the best choice. As the mother of 4, Kim says her perspective has changed dramatically. Having children close to the age Bieber was back then gives her a new sense of responsibility when looking back at her past work. When you're a parent, everything looks different, she said. You think about how it might feel if your kid was in that position, and suddenly it's not so funny. She also addressed the broader conversation about celebrities revisiting their past choices. We all have things in our careers we wish we could do differently, Kim said. That doesn't mean we were bad people, it just means we've learned. The photoshoot, though years old, remains a frequently discussed moment in pop culture history, especially as fans continue to unearth old images and re-evaluate them through a modern lens. Kim says she understands why people might find it unsettling now, and she takes accountability for her role. Back then, it felt like a fun day at the beach with cameras, she said. Now, when I see the photos, I understand how others might see it differently. It just wouldn't fly today. Her comments have sparked renewed conversation online about how media portrays young stars, and about the responsibility of adults, whether producers, photographers, or fellow performers, in shaping those portrayals. Many fans have praised Kim for her honesty and self-awareness, saying it's refreshing to see a celebrity openly admit discomfort with their past actions. Others have pointed out that the Elle shoot is just one example of how the entertainment industry often failed to protect minors from being sexualized. Kim's reflection, they argue, serves as a reminder of how normalized such situations once were, and how important it is to keep challenging those norms. Ultimately, Kim Kardashian's comments are less about regret and more about growth. It's about recognizing that times change and so do we, she concluded. I can admit when something from my past doesn't sit right anymore. That's part of evolving, personally and professionally. Through this reflection, Kim has shown that even the most polished and media-savvy celebrities are not immune to hindsight. What once seemed harmless or fashionable can later appear uncomfortable or wrong. Her willingness to own that truth, without excuses, marks a moment of maturity for a star who has lived much of her life in the public eye.